Yes, Jayashree, you wanna ask something? Do you wanna ask something, Jayashree? Okay, let's begin. So I saw some of the reports. Let me clear you guys. Some of the interns, what they did was they were attaching the screenshots of the websites. See, if I needed screenshots, I would never said you guys to go and to submit assignments. All right, I don't need screenshots. I want you to learn how to prepare a report. All right, and I must say that there is an intern whose report I loved it. Seriously, it was a report which was made in a proper way. It was Aman Singh sir. His report was amazing, and he has got the highest marks, 100 out of 100, just basis of on his report. All right, everything was systematic. Things were in bold letter. Things were highlighted. All right, so he has taken that assignment very seriously, and I loved it. That report was really amazing. Some of the interns were attaching screenshots. As I said, see, I don't need screenshots, right? I want you to prepare a proper report. So just make sure of it.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, give me some more time to complete my yesterday assignment because my system is not more working properly.
Okay, okay, no problem. You can submit it by tomorrow, all right? By Sunday evening. And
No, sir, it's possible to submit my project today. I can submit today assignment.
you can submit it today if you want, but you can also submit it by tomorrow as well. It is fine, right?
Okay, sir.
It is fine for me. And today we will be working on information gathering. All right, so just give me a minute. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many of you have told your friends, your brother, sister about that event? If you have not told them, please convey the message. It's just a request, and I want maximum participations. All right, you will get to learn something. That's the only motive. All right, let's just start. So now comes active information gathering. Yesterday we conducted a passive information gathering where we were not making any direct contact with that particular target. But today we will be getting into the office of our target, right? We will be making a direct contact with our target. All right. So see, what happens is it is not necessary every time to go to Netcraft site report or to go somewhere to get an IP address. All right, it is not necessary. If you want to find an IP address of a particular domain, there is a tool which is known as Ping. All right, in our system, it works into the Windows as well. It works into the Kali as well. What Ping does is Ping just checks that whether our the system is able to make a connection with our target or not. All right, and it gives us the IP address as well. For example, if I type ping google.com and if I say enter, see, getting some replies over here. That means that my system is making contacts with that Google. All right. If I press Control C, it will be stopped. I pressed Control C over here and it got stopped. If you look closely, see in the bracket I have the IP address of Google. All right. This is the IP address. In the same way, I'll take my target. I'll ping to. If I ping it, see I got my IP address of that particular target. I can copy it and now I can start with the information gathering process, but I will not be conducting it this way. All right. I will be telling you some of the things on some different domains. All right. First of all, I'll copy it. All right, first we'll begin with simple techniques and then we will be diving deep. So the very first tool which we will be using is Whois. All right, we did a Whois lookup into yesterday's class. Yes, we did Whois lookup. In the same way, that tool is also converted in Kali as well. All right, it stands for Whois, and you can type -H for help. -H stands for help. All right, here you will get all the parameters. All right, you can conduct your information gathering using any of those parameters. All right, but I will not be needing any of these parameters, so I will just go it in a simple way. I type Whois and my domain name, which is this. If I press enter, see what I got the registry domain ID, I got the registrar URL. All right, I got the country. All right, then if I go down, I got the registrant organization. All right, then if I go down, I again got the country as well. Right, so I didn't got a whole lot of information, but I got something out of it. All right, see, I got 2 servers as well. All right, so in this way you can conduct a information gathering with this Whois tool as well. All right, it will not always give you all these information. All right, so it is redacted for privacy. All right, some of the information, but you can get these information into the Whois website. All right, our next tool, that is WhatWeb. All right, WhatWeb and -H. What WhatWeb does is it collects information from the web and it provides to us. These are parameters that you can use depending upon your target. All right, but I will not be needing these things. All right, because I don't want to go and conduct a deep intelligence. All right, so what I will be doing is I will be just typing WhatWeb and the domain name and enter. Let's wait. Okay, see, got some information over here. Now what I got is, see, I got the country over here, then I got the server, HTTP server is Apache server running, then I got the IP address, then I got the website. All right, then see, I got so many things here as well. This is the website URL, right? It is 200 OK. 200 OK means that this website is up and running. All right, then I've got Google Analytics over here, which was running, and it is universal version. Then I have HTML5, which is used in this particular website. Then HTTP server, all right, IP. Then I have got jQuery. I told that jQuery is the web technology. Now I have the version of jQuery as well. Alright. Okay, see, I've got a WordPress over here. If I search more and more, I've got the title. Alright. Then here is the WordPress version running. But can you see that this thing is a little bit of jumbled up? All right, it is quite hectic to find relative information in it. All right, so what we will do is we will just type a small parameter which will make these things a systematic. All right, so I will type hyphen v over here. Hyphen v stands for verbose. All right, and what does is verbose assign the result in a very systematic manner. All right, and if now I do enter, see, I've got every information, but it is now systematic. All right, I have got the URL, then I have got country, then I have got the IP address, and whole lot of information. Right? See, status is 200. Okay, that is up and running. I got a whole lot of information, but every information is jumbled up. All right, it is in a systematic way. See, so much, a bunch of information I've got. All right, these much of information is not over here. In this thing, you will not find this much of information. See, all right. And you can get your required information out of this thing as well. All right, we have WordPress, then we have the version running. All right, you can check this version over here. Then we have a script running, JavaScript. All right, then we have, it is powered by this particular module. Then we have jQuery version over here. You can check this over here. See, HTML5 is running, HTTP server, Apache server is running. In this way, everything is systematic. All right. Okay. So till this point, if anybody have any problem, you can ask me. Till this particular point. No questions?
So please repeat that command.
Okay, so the command was -v. This was the whole command. Okay, what it does is -v just gives the information in a very systematic manner. All right, over here the information is jumbled up. All right, messed up. Over here, after this -v parameter, everything is in a systematic way. All right, you can read it as you want. Okay. Then we will be going with our next tool, that is DNS Recon. All right, DNS Recon -h. Is it over here? All right, yes, it is. Okay. Again, -h is for parameters. You can try different parameters. You can see, this is the -f, this is the parameter, and over here you can read what this parameter does. All right, till this point. Then we have -a, this perform an AXFR. All right, does a standard enumeration. We will be conducting enumeration as well. All right. So let's proceed. Just type DNS Recon and your then we will be typing -d. -d is for domain, and then domain is this. It conducted it. Okay, we've got two servers over here. Okay, so if the IP address is same, that you can say that there are two parts of this server. All right, two parts have been done with this server. Then these are a whole lot of information. Again, we have the IP address at last. All right. So in this way, you can conduct an active information gathering of your particular target. But now comes the most important tool, all right, and it is my favorite tool, which is Nmap. Nmap stands for Network Mapper. It is also known as Swiss Army knife because it gives you a whole lot of information, a whole bunch of information on your target. All right. So what Nmap is? Just type Nmap, and then either you can type the domain or else you can type the your IP address. Okay, you can go with both, but I will be conducting Nmap on something else because Nmap takes time. All right, so what I will be doing is I will be powering on my Metasploitable. I will be conducting Nmap over here because see, Nmap takes time. All right, and if you conduct this Nmap on a live website, then it will take more time. So let's wait. And if you have not installed Metasploitable, please install it. Okay, the username and ID is MSF admin, and the password is again MSF admin. Okay, I will first get that IP address of this machine, although I know it, but again, okay, this is the IP address 192.168.0.28. Oh, cancel. Okay, now I'll be going with my machine. Okay, Nmap, and you can type the IP address 168.0.28, and if I press enter, see what it gave me is it gives me all the open ports of this particular target. All right, how many ports are open, up and running, all right, all those things. All right, so if I wanted to change this particular thing, I can also put the website domain over here, or else I can put the IP address of my target as well. All right, so this is the best tool which is always used in every pen test. This is the very first step which you will be going to do. All right, so see, it gave me a whole lot of information. It told me of the open ports and everything. I can conduct it on the live website as well. Nmap, but it will take time over here. If I press enter, it will tell me, see, 34.58% is done. All right, this much of information gathering part is done. See, this is an active information gathering. What is the difference between active and passive? In passive information gathering, your target doesn't know that you are collecting an information, but over here he can monitor you. All right, he can check that what you are conducting on its network. All right, so active information gathering is where your target can see that okay, you are sending requests on that particular server. See, as I told, it will take a whole lot of time because I'm targeting a real website. All right, so it will be better to not to conduct because it will take a whole lot of time of us. It has just completed 37% till now. See, so I don't know how much time it can take. All right, so I will stop this particular scan, and I can just tell you that we will be conducting over here. Okay, so why I have made you install with Metasploitable is that because whatever pen test we will be doing, whatever hacking we will be doing, we will be conducting everything on Metasploitable. We will be working on systems penetration testing. Then we will be going with the web penetration testing as well, and both the things can be done in Metasploitable. All right, and it is a machine which is made to train other people in cybersecurity. All right, So over here you can get all your ports as well. So on Monday we will be having a separate session on Nmap, because Nmap is a very vast tool. All right, see if I'll show you. It is a very vast tool. It has a whole lot of scripts inbuilt. All right, it can give us a whole lot of information: the OS detection, version detection, post specification, then script details. All right, a whole lot of information. It has so many inbuilt scripts with us. If I'm going to show you, see, there is a directory which is user, uh, share, then nmap, then scripts, and if I do enter, and now if I do ls, see, these are the scripts which are inbuilt in this particular nmap itself. All right, it can give you a whole lot of information. It can also give you details of the vulnerabilities as well. All right, it can give you a whole lot of information you can't even imagine. All right, it can give you the MySQL information. It can enumerate as well. It can give you details of Aristotle. All right, it can give you authentication details. Right, so we will be having a complete separate session on Nmap, because Nmap is a very vast tool, and mark my words that you need to know about Nmap if you are into the cyber security. If you are going for an interview or something, trust me, there will be questions about from Nmap. All right, this is mandatory. Everybody knows he will definitely ask you questions about Nmap. That is for sure. All right, so just master this one tool. If you cannot master every tool, leave it, but at least master this tool, because this is a very important tool. All right, so till this point, if anybody have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, yes, Ankush sir.
Sir, what is the difference between Nmap and Zenmap?
No difference, sir. Zenmap is the GUI version of Nmap. All right, graphical version. See, Nmap is a command line tool. All right, whatever I did was command based. All right, I typed every single thing over here. But if I'll go for Zenmap, it will be completely UI based. Just a second. I'll do Zenmap. See, it is GUI based. Over here, I'll just need to specify my target. For example, 168.0.28. That's it. And I can select my scan, whatever scan I want to do. Then over here, already the command is mentioned. All right. And I have just to click on scan, and it is begin. That's it. It is a software version, that is a command line version. This is the only difference. See,
Sir, how to install Zenmap?
Zenmap is pre-installed, sir, in Kali Linux. You need to just type this command and press enter. Just type Zenmap and press enter, and it will be launched.
Okay.
Alright, Zenmap is available for Windows as well, so you can do that thing in Windows as well. Alright, and over here you can manually see things as well. What are the ports open? What are the version services running over here? Right, what are the topologies working on? The host details. Then different scans you can select from here. Alright, so I'll close it. Any other question, anyone? No questions? Okay, then today's task is the website on which you conducted passive information gathering, conduct an active information gathering on the same website again. All right, no one will use Nmap. All right, it is, I am saying it again, no one will use Nmap. Just use Whois, botweb and DNS recon. That's it. All right, if you want, that's it. Okay, so just use these things or and make a report again and submit it.
Sir, repeat tool's name.
Tools name are Whois, then what web and DNS recon. All right, I will type it. Vapalizer, nothing, sir. No, don't use it. Whatever I am saying it, just do that. One is Whois, then we have what web, then we have DNS recon. Just use these three tools. All right. From Monday, we will be working on Nmap, because Nmap, as I said, is very important tool, the most important tool of cybersecurity. So if anybody have any doubt, you can ask me. No doubts? Okay, ma'am, have you taken attendance?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then interns, you can leave. Thank you.